Hello everyone! The topic that I chose for this vlog is the 10 commandments of computer ethics. So, what is computer ethics? Placing a value on actions based on whether they are good or they are bad is what ethics is all about. So, every civilization has standards for what constitutes ethical behavior. These laws frequently contain these rules, which have been formed as a result of social consensus. So due to the absence of ethical standards for the use and related issues, there were certain difficulties when computers were first used in everyday life. However, as they are permitted every part of our lives, discussions about computer ethics produce some level of consensus. So many of these rules have now been formalized in domestic and foreign laws. The terms computer fraud and computer crime are being used more frequently. Because there are laws against it, it is everyone's responsibility to be aware of what constitutes computer fraud and criminality. So here are the 10 commandments of computer ethics that have been defined by the Computer Ethics Institute. So the first commandment is, thou shalt not use a computer to harm other people. So in other terms, if it is unethical to harm people by making a bomb, for example, it is equally bad to write a program that handles the timing of the bomb. Or, to put it more simply, if it is bad to steal and destroy other people's books and notebooks, it is equally bad to access and destroy their files. So the second commandment is, thou shalt not interfere with other people's computer work. Computer viruses are small programs that disrupt other people's computer work by destroying their files, taking huge amount of computer time or memory, or by simply displaying annoying messages. Generating and consciously spreading computer viruses is unethical. So the third commandment is, thou shalt not snoop around in other people's files. So reading other people's emails, messages is as bad as opening or reading their letters. This is invading their privacy, and obtaining other people's non-public files should be judged the same way as breaking into the room and stealing their documents. Text documents on the internet may be protected by encryption. So the fourth commandment states that thou shalt not use a computer to steal. Using a computer to break into the accounts of a company or a bank and transferring money should be judged the same way as robbery, as it is illegal and there are strict law against it. So the fifth commandment states that thou shalt not use a computer to bear false witness. The internet can spread untruth as fast as it can spread truth. So putting out false information to the world is bad. For instance, spreading false rumors about a person or false propaganda about historical event is very wrong. The sixth commandment is, thou shalt not use or copy software for which you have not paid. Software is an intellectual product. In that way, it is like a book. Obtaining illegal copies of copyrighted software is as bad as photocopying a copyrighted book. There are laws against both. Information about copyright owner can be embedded by a process called watermarking into pictures in the digital format. So the seventh commandment states, thou shalt not use other people's computer resources without authorization. Multi-user systems use user IDs and passwords to enforce their memory and time allocation and to be safeguard information. You should not try to bypass this authorization system. Hacking is a system to break and bypass the authorization, and hacking is unethical. The eighth commandment states, thou shalt not appropriate other people's intellectual output. For example, the programs you write for the projects, assignments, and scores are your own intellectual output. Copyright somebody else's program without proper authorization is software piracy and is unethical. Intellectual property is a form of ownership and may be protected by copyright laws. So the ninth commandment states that thou shalt think about the social consequences of the program you write. You have to think about computer issues in a more general social framework. Like, can the program you write be used in a way that is harmful to society? For example, if you are working for an animation house and are producing animated films for children, you are responsible for the contents. Do the animation include scenes that can be harmful to children? In the United States, the Communications Decency Act was an attempt by lawmakers to ban certain types of content from internet websites to protect young children from harmful material. That law was struck down because it violated the free speech principles in that country's constitution. But still, the discussion of course is going on. The last commandment stated in the computer ethics is, thou shalt use a computer in ways that show consideration and respect. Just like public buses or banks, people using computer communication systems may find themselves in situations where there is some form of queuing and you have to wait for your turn, and generally be nice to other people in the environment. The fact that you cannot see the people you're interacting with does not mean that you can be rude to them. So the commandments were introduced in the paper In Pursuit of the 10 Commandments for Computer Ethics by Ramon C. Barquin as a means to create a set of standards to guide and instruct people in the ethical use of computers. They follow the Internet Advisory Board's memo on ethics from 1987. So why is computer ethics important? So computer ethics is important because it will help safeguard private and business data, including login and password details, credit card and account information, and databases used by the government and businesses. It also regulates spam and advertisement on the internet. So another is to control plagiarism, student identity fraud, and the use of copyrighted materials. To make ICT available and accessible to all peoples, including the disabled and the deprived. Accessibility needs to be kept in mind during curriculum designs or in educational contexts in order to maximize the capabilities of technology. It also helps us suppress dishonest business and to protect and encourage fair competition and to promote moral and social values in society. And that's all for my topic about the 10 commandments of computer ethics. Thank you so much for listening.